decision or consumers' ability to buy goods and services can be affected by the change in income. As an individual budget or income rises, it is natural to expect that the quantity of each good purchased will also increase, or vice versa. If our income decreases, then naturally the quantity of each good purchased will also decrease. But it is also possible that although our income increases, there's a certain situation where our consumption of a certain good will decrease. Okay, for example, income increased to 400 ceteris paribus. So, ibig sabihin ng ceteris paribus dito, no changes sa prices of X and Y, but income of the consumer only. From 200, nagiging 400, nag-double, but no changes on the prices of X and Y. So, since only income has changed, then the MRS of X and Y is the same as negative 1/2, or the market rate of trade-off is 1/2. Then, X and Y relationship will still be X is equal to 2Y, then Y is equal to 1/2. So, you can actually solve on your own. So, this time, instead na 200 yung income, it is now 400. Then, solve for the equation for X and Y. The new budget line now, budget equation is now 400 is equal to 5X plus 10Y. So, what will happen if the income of the consumer changes? There are two situations that can occur, diba? The budget line can either shift or rotate. So, since si income yung nag-change, then the budget constraint line or the budget line will shift. There is an entire shifting of the budget line to the right. Okay, since P of X over P of Y does not change, then the MRS will stay constant as the individual moves to higher levels of satisfaction. So as income increases, we can expect that nag-change or nag-increase yung level of utility ni consumer. As income increases to 400, ilan kaya yung level of satisfaction? To know that, we need to solve for the optimal bundle, optimal combination of X and Y. So using the same process, so the new budget line equation is this one. Then substitute. So since same lang yung X equation, so just simply substitute the value or the equation for X. Divide both sides by 20. So 400 over 20 is 20. So Y is equal to 20. The new quantity of Y as income increases is 20. So we can solve for X also. X is equal to 2Y, 2 times Y. So 2 times 20, that's 40. So therefore, class, the new bundle, optimal combination of X and Y is 40 and 20. The utility now is equal to 800. Okay, graphically, ito yung situation. And so the new quantity of Y is 20, increases to 20, and X, nag-double yung dalawang quantities of X and Y. So, ano yung conclusion natin? As income of the consumer doubles, holding the prices of X and Y constant, then the quantities also of X and Y nag-double. As income increases, nag-increase din yung quantities of both goods. Pero, as I have said earlier, it is not always the case that consumption of commodities will increase with income. So, meron tayong tinatawag na income effect and substitution effect. income effect refers to the absolute response of the demand for a good as income changes. So to illustrate this effect, okay, so we will use again the same example. Okay, if both x and y increase as income increases, then x and y are normal goods. So as income rises, the individual chooses to consume more x and y. In our example again, x and y are normal goods. How about ganito? Sa diagram na yan, although tumaas yung income, di ba? The income of the consumer still increases kasi nga, nag-shift yung budget line to the right from here to here. But this is again a hypothetical situation, a hypothetical example. Okay, as the budget line or as the budget of the consumer increases, the new optimal bundle is now at this point. Kung saan, at this point, the quantity of good X decreases from 20 to 15. Again, no changes in the prices of X and Y dito. Only the income. But the consumer chooses to consume only 15 units of X, but more units of good Y. So the quantity of good Y here increases from 10 to 35. So here, good Y is a normal good, but good X is an inferior good. So ano yung inferior good? If X decreases as income rises, then X is an inferior good. For examples, dirty ice cream, bagoong, or NFA rice. Or as you in the future may trabaho na, then your behavior towards buying bagoong or buying NFA rice will decline. Those are examples of inferior goods. So as income rises again from this diagram, the individual chooses to consume less X and more Y. So again, Y here is a normal good, X is an inferior good.